All right, so now we're going to take a look at, we're going to move forward. And if you look at this outline, we have done, there's terminology like command line interface. So we learned what that was. That's really big. I'm going to shrink that down. Command line interface. All right, so we learned about that terminology. And then we had an example database, a movie database. You could always come in here and recreate this through these commands to quickly get an example database up and running with some data in it, right? You could always do that. So there's an example database. Now we're going to look at some commands related to a database, like creating a database, listing databases on a server. We already learned that. Connecting to a database, we've seen that. Exiting a database, dropping a database. So we'll look at commands related to a database. And then we'll look at commands related to creating a table. And then we'll look at commands related to inserting data. And when you insert data, you can put constraints on the data that you insert. So one constraint is the data type. If I say that you can only put a string in to this field, like it's going to hold first name, then that's a constraint. I can't put a number in there. It has to be a string. And that gets a little bit interesting. It could be like, the string could be like 777 East Lane. That could be the string. But I'm not going to be able to do math with that 777 because those sevens are strings. Right? So data type's a constraint. I could say that it has to be unique. I can't have duplicate entries in this field. That's a constraint. So we'll learn about inserting data and constraints and null values, and then we'll get down to select, and we've seen some select stuff. So we're going to go through that pretty quickly. Just vocabulary words. What's this called? Plata. Lata. What is it?
Plata.
Lata. What's a plata in Spanish? Jose, what's a plata in Spanish?
What?
Plata. P-L-A-T-A. Plate, right? Yeah, so that's totally different than lata. We got lata and we got plata. But somehow they're kind of connected a little bit. They both hold something you'll consume. What?
Nothing.
So we're going to learn some new vocabulary words, and then we'll just take it from there. So that's the game plan.